everyone, it's Miss Rossi. Today we're going to be making an abstract picture inspired by the work of artist Joan Miro. What you'll be needing today is a white piece of paper. We're going to need a pencil, an eraser, something to trace your drawing with. I have a Sharpie, but you can use any kind of marker or pen, even a colored pencil or a black crayon will work. You're also going to need something to color with. I'm going to use some crayons today, so I have my primary colored crayons here, my red, blue, and yellow. So you're going to need primary colors of any type of material to color with, crayons, markers, colored pencils, or whatever else you have at home to add color. Today we're going to create an abstract picture that is made up of one continuous line. Once we have our continuous line on our paper, we're going to turn it into different shapes and add other little details to resemble the work of our artist. So what we're going to do to start is we're going to make one continuous line. That is one line that continues all over our paper where we do not lift up our pencil as we're drawing it. Now what we're going to do is going to be a little strange because we're actually going to close our eyes as we are creating our line. So it is a nice surprise once we open them and see what we will be working with. So once you start, you're going to put your pencil down somewhere on your paper. Try and feel around to see where the edge of your paper is so you're not drawing all over the table. But once you press your pencil down on your paper, you're not going to lift it up. You're going to keep drawing and moving, filling up your entire paper with your line until you are done. So I'm going to close my eyes and I'm going to start kind of around this bottom corner. And I'm going to start drawing a big crazy line that is swirling and looping and going all over the place. And I'm going to end my line, I think, in this bottom corner right there. Now I can open my eyes and see what I've created. Oh boy, look at that. That is one crazy looking line. Now that I have my line on my paper, I am going to grab my marker and I'm just going to try my best to trace over my line. Now I don't want to erase or change anything. I just want my line to be a little bit darker so it is easier to see. So I'm very carefully just going to follow along my line here as best as I can. Now that I have my line traced, I'm going to grab my eraser and erase any of those pencil lines that I can still see. There we go. Now I have my crazy looking line all traced and I erased all of those pencil lines. Now I'm going to look at my line and see where my line crosses over to create different shapes. So I see a shape right here in the center. I see some smaller ones around here, some that look like circles and ovals, and others that look like shapes that we don't really have names for. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my crayons and I am going to color in some of my shapes. So as I am doing this, I am going to try my best to stay inside that line and fill in just those closed shapes. So right here, I can see my line crossed over to create this almost like half an oval-like shape. I'll outline it with my red crayon so it's easier to see. So I'm just going to color in this section as one big shape. And I'm going to look around my paper for other little spots where I can color in some other shapes. Now you might have some really big ones or some really small ones, so you can pick and choose which ones you like the best to add color to. And today we are using our primary colors, our red, our blue, and our yellow, those same colors that our artist uses in his pictures. And we're going to do our absolute best coloring, trying to stay inside the lines, going back and forth nicely to make sure we are not scribbling and that we are filling in that space completely and not leaving any white space. There we go. Now I colored in some of those closed shapes with my primary colors, just like our artist. I did leave some of the bigger sections white because now I'm going to go in and add some more little abstract details inspired by our artist. So he liked to fill in his picture with all little lines and shapes and little objects and almost like doodle-like drawings to fill in the space to make it more interesting. He also liked to add things like eyes and turn what he drew into almost like a figure or a monster if you want. So now I'm going to look around my picture and see where I can add little decorations and details to help bring it to life. On my Canvas page, I do have an ideas sheet with all different symbols and designs that he used in his pictures if you would like to look at that for some inspiration. Or you can just go in on your own and add your own little decorations and details to your picture to make it more abstract and exciting. We want to end up with a really crazy looking picture today. So with my pencil, I am just going to go in and start drawing little shapes, decorations, and details all over my paper. And now these can go in all different places if you want to just draw them in the white spaces, or if you want to make them interacting with your colored sections as well, you can do that too. They can be all different kinds of shapes and designs. You can really get creative with what you'd like to add to your picture. Now that I have all of my different extra little designs drawn with my pencil, I'm going to go in with my Sharpie and trace over all of those little details. I'm even going to color in some of my little small sections with my Sharpie to add some dark black details that remind me of our artist's work. Once I'm done tracing with my Sharpie, I'm going to go in with my eraser and again erase any pencil lines that I can still see. And there you have it. That is my abstract design inspired by Miro, all finished. Once you're done with your project, you can take a photo or video of it and upload it on my Canvas page. I can't wait to see the crazy, funky, abstract pictures you guys have come up with. Try your best, have fun, and get creative, and I'll see you soon. Bye!